Hey guys, well I just wanted to thank everybody who's watched my video on the generator hush box construction. I've been promising for quite a while to post a video that looks into the ability for the box to reduce the noise from the generator, and well, here it is. I finally had some time to get things together. One thing I did realize is when I was filming the first part, the generator is actually quite noisy and it's hard to hear myself talking, so I apologize in advance, but I hope you can still understand what I'm trying to say and you can really see the difference that the hush box is making. So hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I've got the generator outside here and it's just warming up. The starting temperature is 7.3 degrees Celsius. Plug in the load. Alright, so this is the start of the test. I'm going to run the generator for about 30 minutes and we'll come back and see what the case temperature is. Okay, so I'm 15 minutes into the test and the temperature is plateaued at about 8.6. So it seems like it's cooling really well in the open. Something else I just decided to test out here is a lot of generator reviews claim their noise level measurement at 23 feet using a dBA weighting. So that's what I've done here. I'm 23 feet away from the generator and I have the meter set on the A weighting, slow response. Run test, and the temperature right now is at about 8.8. It's got up as high as 9 and then kind of fluctuating between 8.7 and 9. So I'm going to take the generator now, put it into the box, and run it for at least a half an hour, maybe a little longer. I'll kind of judge the time by how much temperature rise there is, and if it stabilizes or if it continues to increase. So the generator's in the box and temperature is 13.9. It's going up slowly, but we're going to monitor it over half an hour and see where that gets. Alright, so silly me, I put a nearly empty propane tank on this generator before I started the test, so it actually ran out of propane. So I opened it up, put a new mini tank on, and something I noticed is that with the engine not running, obviously the temperature inside of that case, it went up. There's no airflow going through there, so it was up to 24. Now it's been running for about a minute, and it's dropped down to about 15 now. So it tells me that there is airflow that can overcome the temperatures in there, which is somewhat reassuring. But yeah, I'm gonna run it now for a half an hour and we'll see exactly where we get. Alright, and I've got the sound meter set up here. It's on the lowest setting. My talking is actually what's triggering the noise. I'm gonna be quiet here for a second. Yeah, it's even below the range of the meter here, so that's pretty positive. Of course, a car has to go by at this time. I'm going to set the weighting to a C weighting here. About 66, so that tells you that there is some low frequency content. But overall, it's pretty quiet from 23 feet, and that's kind of what seems to be the industry standard for measuring a generator's noise level. So yeah, we're gonna run it and see how we do temp wise here. Alright, so the generator's been running in the box now for 30 minutes, and like I said, when I had to swap out the propane tank on it, the temperature inside the case went up to about 24 degrees, and
once I got the generator back and running, it dropped down, and it did rise slightly, but it's been sitting somewhere between 14.9 and 15 now for probably the last 15 minutes. So it's definitely kind of reached a steady state here, which is quite positive to see. I measured the the exhaust port air temperature, and it's somewhere around 50 degrees Celsius. If I had to compare that to something that you might be familiar with, think of like a hand dryer in a bathroom. It's just a warm kind of breeze of air coming out of there, which is pretty good. So a couple takeaways from this. I'm definitely going to repeat this on a warmer day. Hopefully we can get up into the 20s, and I can again do a in-box and out-of-box test and compare those values to here, and perhaps extrapolate exactly what I would expect to see at higher temperatures, maybe the 30 plus degrees outside. Yeah, a couple other things that I was thinking about might be prudent to include a high temperature shutoff. That would be pretty easy to incorporate into the generator. Just tie it into the kill switch so that, let's say, the temperature in the engine compartment there reaches, I don't know, maybe 45 or 50, that it'll shut the generator down and not let it get too out of hand. And the other thing is, I need to make sure that when I'm done running the engine, to take it out of the box just to make sure that it has the ability to cool down. I'm thinking that with the engine not running, that temperature in there could rise pretty high, and we don't want that to happen. So yeah, overall I think pretty successful test run here. Yeah, look forward to getting a couple more videos out for you. So before I leave you, I thought I would just give you an idea of what this thing sounds like when it's idling outside here. Yeah, it's running right now in there. It's pretty quiet. The temperature is definitely going down. It's gone down to about 14.5 now, so that's without a load. I'm gonna maybe run it for a couple minutes and see how much it'll cool down on its own before I shut it off completely. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay guys, well, since I shut the generator down, I took some time to put the box away and get things cleaned up. But the temperature inside the case of the generator went up to about 28.5, and it's starting to drop down now. So that's kind of what you would see after a shutdown with no airflow. Might not be so bad if it were still in that case. It might rise to that temperature a little longer, but it would maybe also take a little longer for it to start to fall as well. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video here, and we'll see you soon.